What's going on? It's Alex Mack hanging out with AJR. The names are pretty easy, and I feel like people probably know them by now, but let's just intro.
Hello. Well, why don't we start with...
Oh, yeah, let's do it in order.
That'll be the easiest.
I'm Adam.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Ryan.
Thank you guys for sitting down with me at Hangout. They had an incredible set today. How was it, like, on that stage? Oh, my gosh.
Cool, because... Do you want me to take this, or are you going to hold it for the... Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, like I was saying on stage, I think this is the first time we've played main stage at any festival. Usually when we do festivals, we'll play the smallest one, just because it's been such a big build-up in our career, and I think we're finally at a place where people are putting us, like, first slot on the main stage. Like, okay, they're on the main, but let's try them out in the first slot and see what they can do.
Yeah, it feels like we've gotten to a next level, right?
Right, so it feels cool to be at that place, and a lot of people showed up, which is really cool for being first on, so yeah, it was fun.
Thank you for doing my job also. This is like handing back and forth. It makes my life a lot easier. So I love your story. So I've been in like a bunch of like pop punk bands and stuff like that, which is a very DIY scene. Right. And you guys are super DIY, how you got started, just like writing in the apartment. And then my favorite part of the whole thing is you just tweeting that song out. Like, what was it to get, like, what was it like getting responses from that tweet?
Yeah, so we had about 8 years of zero success. We were street performing in New York City, and we were just like writing and recording all of our stuff in our living room. And it was kind of just like a last-ditch effort, right? Like we thought we had nothing to lose. Let's just tweet our song to a million different celebrities. And Sia wrote back and retweeted it and changed our whole life and introduced us to the guy who's now our manager. Yeah.
Which is crazy. Now, do you think that she was like a fan of the SpongeBob drop or what?
I don't know. I think she was a fan of the whole song, but definitely the melody. She's super melody driven, and when we went to meet her at her hotel, she asked us to meet her. She came out of the hotel singing the ooh-wee. That was like the part that really stuck with her, which is really cool that we wrote a melody that Sia would be attracted to, since she's like the master, you know? Yeah.
It's, I mean, you guys have worked with like the coolest people. Like, I'm obviously a huge Weezer fan, and like in Sober Up, was that just like mind-blowing to be with Rivers Cuomo? Like,
it still is. Seriously, we just played the song with him for the first time in LA, like on our tour a couple weeks ago, and that was unbelievable. I think we were just like looking at him the whole time, like, how's it going, man?
Are we dreaming?
Oh yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
He also opened up for us that show, so we wrote to him being like, hey man, can you sing the song with us in LA? And he's like, sure. Do you mind if I open for you with 5 acoustic songs? Like, do we mind? What? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's so nuts. I mean, like, you guys obviously had him on a song, so do you get to be on the next Weezer song now, or how's that going to work?
You talked to us about possibly, like, writing and producing for Weezer's next album, which we'd be totally down to, yeah.
It's hard to turn stuff like that down, you know? Yeah.
I feel like you can't say no to Rivers Cuomo. So, obviously, we're iHeart Station, and I saw this video where iHeart had you guys read some fan fiction.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember that?
Long time ago, right? Yeah.
I mean, like, so people literally just, like, writing creepy fan stories. Like, does any of that kind of stuff happen in real life?
Like the stories?
Well, I mean, obviously not the story, like the whole story, but I mean, just like creepy fans. Yeah.
I feel like we don't have that creepy fans. It's turned out we have pretty chill fans that are kind of like us, you know?
I think we have one story that we always tell. When we were first starting out touring, a fan or two broke into our van and stole tea from us. And I think they took the tea because it was like the least expensive thing, just to show us that they did something weird, you know, and then they tweeted it at us later. Other than that, nothing really weird has happened. And that seems like the peak of weirdness. Yeah.
They just really wanted a nice Earl Grey. I don't know.
They were just thirsty as can be, yeah.
In maybe more ways than one, I don't know. If you guys had to write a fan fiction, who would it be about?
Ryan is definitely... Oh, you mean... Okay, I thought you meant about each other. I was going to write about Ryan, but...
I've written extensive fan fiction about Rivers Cuomo.
Dreams do come true.
Like naughty, like really
just
stuff that should never be released.
My most disturbing fantasies about Rivers.
So, I mean, you guys have already been, you know, hanging out with Sia, worked with Rivers Cuomo. What's next?
We really don't know, honestly. I mean, we're writing right now
Oh, sorry.
for the... Yeah, no, I'll hit on that too. We're writing now for the next album, and there's no release date yet, but we're writing for that. We just released a song with Steve Aoki and Lil Yachty that just came out, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, we're very into, like, genre bending. I feel like that really excites us. So, like, this guy from EDM, this guy from hip-hop, us from alternative pop.
Which is so smart.
Yeah, we're really excited by, like, just pushing boundaries.
But, like, in general, we're kind of in this place where there is some momentum with the band, which is such a cool feeling, and it's a very rare feeling. So we're kind of going with what comes next. Yeah. Like, we'll go play the festival, and if it goes well, we'll do another one. You know, it's that sort of thing. So, yeah, it feels very good.
Well, we're super excited for what's next. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's AJR.